So the average creator is obviously not going to have some full-blown crazy studio. I get that. And we're filming in our bedrooms most of the time anyway, so it's not necessary. But what you will need is some killer lighting. Since this next course is all about lighting, I figured I would take you guys down to my studio and show you how to set up appropriate lighting for filming content. Let's head down there. Look at these guys. They got new jobs. All three of them. Oh, two of them. Well, majority of creators are not going to have some kind of full studio in their house. I do have the benefit of being married to a photographer who has taught me a lot of things over the years. Welcome to Networthy headquarters, guys. So what I'm going to use here is examples of what you could use, but I will list actual links to the lighting kits I would suggest on Amazon down below. So in terms of this lighting setup, we are only going to be talking about the position of the lighting. So the technique I'm going to teach you here today is called 3-point lighting. And that's what I typically use for most of my content, unless I have natural light, which is always the best. So for 3-point lighting, we need 3 lights. One on the left, your left, one on the right. The camera will be centered either slightly above eye level or even with eye level. And then typically you would have one light off to a side in the back. So to demonstrate that, let's use this. So now we have 1, 2, 3 points lighting the subject. Now, when you are using 3-point lighting, something I would also suggest incorporating is wherever your camera is mounted, which obviously I'm speaking to you guys, that would be a ring light so that it lights up your eyes in the most pretty way possible, which I obviously don't have it on right now. Now, the reason that 3-point lighting is such a powerful tool when you're filming your content is for the fact that there are no shadows anywhere around you. Whenever there's shadows in your content, it is going to look grainy or lower quality or just kind of amateur, which if you're filming amateur content, maybe that's what you're going for. However, if you want something that looks flawless and professional and needs minimal airbrushing or editing, 3-point lighting is always the way to go. Now, let me get my ring light and show you a better visual of what this actually looks like. This is what it looks like. Now just picture your bedroom here and the lights all around. So this is your typical ring light. No surprise there. And then you have your right and your left fill lights as well as your back light. And then the overall setup looks like this. 1, 2, 3, bonus. And this is typically the one that your camera or tripod would be mounted on. Okay, now we are back and you can see me lit with 3-point lighting. I have a light on my right, I have a light on my left, and I have one behind me that outlines my silhouette. And like I suggested earlier, having a ring light where your camera is mounted will make your eyes beautiful. Now, some ways that you can spice up your lighting setup in a bedroom or wherever you happen to be filming indoors is to have a colored light behind you. So this is off of Amazon as well, and I'll link it below. But you can actually change all of the colors so you can make your content very moody and original. Let me show you. Blue. Red. So you can do things like this. What I typically do is I will put like my backlighting behind a headboard, for example, to light up the back of my headboard, or at the edge of my bed so that it lights me up and nothing else. but you can get really creative with your lighting, and you don't have to stick to just a 3-point lighting setup. A lot of the times when I'm filming something that's more amateur, I will stick to a simple ring light which has a cell phone holder as a tripod. So if you have something basic and simple like that, that can do the trick as well. I know what you're thinking. Yes, content looks fabulous because I have these big expensive lighting setups. I actually never use these ones. I use a much cheaper lighting kit off of Amazon because these are a pain in the butt to move and I actually kind of hate to deal with them. So I'm going to link to my personal lighting kit that I use, as well as my personal ring light and my colored backfill light down below so that you can use it and scoop it up if you choose to. Now, another thing to note, when you're doing your lighting setup, there's going to be certain filming situations where maybe this setup, the 3-point setup specifically, isn't going to work for you. In those scenarios, what my biggest and best suggestion is to still light from right, left, and center. Ideally, center should be your ring light. And I do this when I live stream on cam as well. I have a baby light here, and my little ring light in front, and that's where my webcam is mounted. So I will link to the shorter lighting setup for like a webcam scenario as well in the comments below. So if you feel comfortable that you have a grasp on how to light yourself when you're going to film content, then I think it's safe to say we can move on to the next video, which is about filming camera and equipment. So if you're ready for that, I guess it's lights out on this. I'll see you there.